Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're having a drive around Kato Paphos. So let's have the map up because it's a bit busy. And we're starting off at the Lighthouse Beach and we're heading to the Kings Avenue Mall roundabout and then down to the Harbour. But before we get there, we're turning at St Paul's Pillar, through Bar Street and all the way down to the Triangle, then back again down Poseidonos Avenue, then looping around again to Limnaria Gardens and finally coming back down to the Harbour. Yes, it's a bit of a busy route today. I wanted to get as much of Kato Paphos in as I could. So let's get started. I started off at the, not directly at the Lighthouse Beach, it's a little bit to the right of it from the land. There's a very nice little shaded thing that they built. I don't know what you'd call it, sort of a gazebo or something. It's very photogenic as well if you're in the area and looking to take pictures. Right, so we've just gone past Kefalos Beach Resort. And ahead of us there is the Elysium Hotel, or the Elysium, which is very nice, I have to say. If I wanted to push the boat out and have a holiday of luxury, I would go there. And we're just coming up to the traffic lights, which hadn't just quite gone red by the time I went through them. Honest gov. Yeah, I think I would be given the benefit of the doubt for that one because you can wait a while there as well, so best to get it over and done with. Anyway, we're on the Tomb of the Kings Road now, and we're going to go past the new bus station on the left, after which you'll find one of several T for 2s that are dotted around Kato Paphos. Popular with British holidaymakers. I was fairly lucky with the traffic lights on the main road today. They were all green, I seem to remember. And there weren't that many people around. This was filmed 2 days ago now, on Saturday. And I went out and did quite a bit of filming because the weather report said basically it was going to rain for the next week. Fortunately on Sunday it didn't really rain that much at all. It was quite sunny in places, but on Saturday it certainly did rain. Anyway, you got the Kings Avenue Mall on the left, but you can't really see it at the moment. There's also a tiny little ice rink outside it, which opens at night times. And it's only there during the Christmas period, I should add. It does get used occasionally though. I say occasionally because I'm not down there very often myself at night, but times I've been there I have seen a few kiddies on it. And now we're heading down towards the harbour. We're just going over, or under rather, the Paphos walkway, which links the two archaeological parks. The one on the right, the park on the right, is you have to pay to get in, but the one on the left, Fabrica Hill, you can just wander up and go wherever you want to, barring archaeological dig sites which will have fences around them. He had added quickly. On the left here are some catacombs, which is good fun to wander around in. I remember when we were the capital, European capital of culture, one of the catacombs were filled with these little pink threads, like little spider webs it was very nice. And normally I drive down to the harbour first, but this time I decided I wanted to turn left and go down by St Paul's Pillar area, just because I wanted to cover as much of the area as possible, and I knew that I would be driving down to the harbour for the end of the film because I was eventually going to go and fly my drone there. You can see it's quite overcast today in this. Still, it's all good rain, which our reservoirs desperately need. So, as I said before, especially seeing as the desalination plant burnt down the other week. And we'll be able to see how Sofianna renovation's coming on. And yeah, quite major work going on. They're adding some more floors from what I can remember reading, so that they can you can have a sea view. Thing is, even if you can't see the sea, you're not that far away from it. Whatever. Anyway, we're on Bar Street now. It's at the top end, waiting to be renovated. Basically, Bar Street in the middle is fine. It's just the bits at either end that need lots of TLC. So this part of the Bar Street is perfectly okay. Some of the places will be closed, but others are still open. I know Flares are open pretty much all year round. And we're just coming up to them on the left. There they are. It's a very popular place. And there's quite a few eateries around here as well. Notorious has been closed for a couple of years now. I'm not sure what's going to be happening there, if anything. But just after that, we have it's where the Marika and Me bar is going to be going. They need to be getting on with that though. And Lineker's old bar's on the right, and a few other wrecks. And then we're coming back into the more salubrious areas again, which are getting done up and reopening. And the Keg and Barrel's looking nice. I mean, they've had a bit of TLC on them recently. Yes, T&J's Fish and Chip Shop. As I said before, the only thing that annoys me about them is that they don't open until 2 p.m. I'm sure they have their reasons, but I like my lunch before then, around 12ish. Because I get up early. I suppose if you're on holiday and that's who they cater for mainly, it's less important. Mind you, like during the summertime, it's best to get up really early and do stuff in the early morning because it's cooler. That would be my only concern for them. Anyway, on the right you have, we've just gone past the Alexander the Great Hotel, and now we've got the Amari coming up. And on the left is the old Alo Hotel, and after the Amari you have Sodat Beach and the Antasia Beach Bar, and you've got the big Soho Tower on the left, and it looks like they're building another one next to it. And up here on the right is the Amphora Resort, followed by the Olympic Lagoon Resort, and in the middle you have Suite 48, which is a very nice restaurant, especially if you're on the coast path. Now we're coming up to a triangle. I'm going around this and coming back on ourselves because there are a lot of nice restaurants in the triangle. You shouldn't neglect this area. You do so at your peril, he said rather dramatically. Now on the left is a gastropub, and they have very nice fountains. I just wish they would turn them on at night so I could take some pictures of them for my Calispera shots, but they've been off recently. And there's the Olympic Lagoon Resort on full display, and we're coming back on ourselves now. One thing I will say quickly, you might be tempted to park in the Amphora Resort car park. Be aware that there is a gate on the way out and you need a little code to leave it, or €5, so it's not a free car park for anybody. Anyway, as we've done this bit already, I will do my marketing, so please do subscribe to our channel if you like our films, and share them far and wide, and click on that little notifications bell if you can find it. And if you want to help us out financially, go to our buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Live page and chuck us a few coffees. All coffees are gratefully received, I can assure you. And if you want anything back in return, go to our Etsy, other than thanks of course, you go to our Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/Paphos Live, and you can buy memorabilia from Paphos using photographs that we've taken, such as mouse mats, calendars, pictures, mugs, you name it, that sort of thing. And follow us on Facebook. We've now got 75,000 followers, whoopie-doo. And basically join our Paphos Chat Facebook group if you want to say hello, or our Cyprus Chat Facebook group if you want to say hello and talk about the whole of Cyprus. And that's the marketing. Right, so there's restaurants on the right here which are also worth considering. Don't just think of the seafront. Now we're on Poseidonos Avenue. They have been doing some more work on the final bits of the renovations up here. I do wish they'd finish it though, so I'm getting bored saying that. But I did see them at it, so fair play in that on that respect. There's a few little things down here we need to do still as well, but other than that, it looks good. Right, so we've gone up and down Poseidonos Avenue now. We'll do this bit one more time, but first of all we're going to go looping back through the centre of Kato Paphos. You got Delegate Indian restaurant on the right up here. The Flintstones. Now that place there where they have the dancing, I think that's pretty much closed. There may be a few seats at the bar area still open. I say closed, I mean closed for a few weeks over Christmas. I don't mean closed for good. There's the Buzz Pub, and now we're coming up to the other side of St Paul's Pillar area, and we're turning right here. That rather nice looking building there is going to be a little museum to St Paul. And you can get a better view of the hotel renovations that we were talking about from this angle. Just avoid the work machinery. And now we're going to go up through another part of Kato Paphos. There's the Giorgio on the left. I'm trying to remember what the name... It used to be the Britannia Bar. It's got a different name now, Darcy's or something. I could be wrong on that. But it is on the left there too as well. It's a popular place. And opposite it is Mr. Wu's Chinese restaurant and takeaway. There's a graveyard here, and we're going right. It looks complicated driving here, but it's all one way anyway, so you can't really get lost. Just pay attention to the signs. There's a big supermarket to the right there. That's the car park for it. And if you want to get back to the harbour, you can turn either way here at the end. You can either go left or right. If you go left, it takes you to Fabrica Hill area, and you have to go back on the dual carriageway. But if you go right here, you're back on Poseidonos Avenue, which is what we're doing. There's the curry house just there. That's a very popular place for Indian food, and it's very nice as well. Comes recommended by a lot of people. But there are lots of restaurants for nice curries in Paphos, I have to say. There are lots of restaurants for all sorts of nice food. Cypriots like their food. You will see this when you go to a barbecue area on a bank holiday. It's a big deal. So we're back on Poseidonos Avenue. Gracefully merging with the traffic. There's the Elmira Hotel on our left, followed by the Annabelle Hotel. And it didn't rain in the entire journey, but the clouds are quite gloomy. And looking out the window, I can see some lightish clouds on the horizon towards Paphos, but it's darker clouds over Polemi. And if it's going to rain on either of them, you want it to rain on Polemi, because then it's got more of a chance of getting to a reservoir. Whereas if it rains on Paphos itself, it just goes straight into the sea. So we're coming behind the seafront now. We can't drive down the seafront. Next week, between Christmas and the New Year, I'm going to do a little film showing clips from old films about 3 or 4 years ago when you could still drive down the seafront and Coral Bay hadn't been renovated and all that sort of stuff. So that should be quite interesting. Basically, I found a folder where I'd stuck some old files on and I thought, well, I might as well reuse them because they were good. So you got Papantonio's on the left, and if you're coming on holiday in next summer, that may well be called Sclavenitis, but that's just because it's been the company was bought up. Sclavenitis is the same company that bought up Carrefour. Not only Carrefour in Cyprus, I don't mean Carrefour worldwide. They all sell pretty much the same sort of thing anyway. And none of them sell pickled onions. Not that I'm going to go and reopen that wound. Anyway, there's the seafront Christmas tree on the left. And then we're going to park here, and then I flew my drone. And you'll see footage of that over the next week or two. And I will bid you farewell, and I will say see you in the next film. And thank you very much for watching. Cheers.